The Nubians were an ancient civilization and ethnic group that inhabited the region of Nubia, which is located along the Nile River in what is now modern-day called southern Egypt and northern Sudan. The Nubians are known for their rich history, distinct culture, and contributions to the development of the Nile Valley civilizations. Nubia had its own unique cultural identity and history, but it also had significant interactions with neighboring civilizations, such as ancient Kemet. The Nubians had their own kingdoms and states that rose and fell over time, often in close proximity to the powerful Kemet civilization that existed in the shadows of what the Greeks called the Great Pyramids. Information flowed downriver from the interior of Africa. Nubians were considered part of the ancestry of the people that lived in the shadows of Mount Kilimanjaro, much like Empire of Kemet, which occupied what is now called Egypt. Key points about the Nubians include ancient kingdoms. The Nubian civilization dates back to ancient times, with evidence of organized societies dating as far back as 3500 BCE. They developed several powerful kingdoms, including the Kingdom of Kush, which is one of the most well-known Nubian states. Kushite Kingdom. The Kingdom of Kush emerged as a major power in the region around 800 BCE. It had its capital at Napata, which later moved to Meroe. The Kushites conquered and ruled over parts of Egypt, even controlling it for a period during the 8th century BCE, known as the 25th dynasty of Egypt. The Kushites adopted many aspects of Egyptian culture and religion. Trade and commerce. Nubia was strategically located along trade routes connecting the Mediterranean region with sub-Saharan Africa. The Nubians engaged in trade with neighboring civilizations, which contributed to their prosperity. Culture and language. The Nubians had their own distinct culture, including unique art styles, architecture, and religious practices. They also developed their own script known as the Meroitic script, which has not yet been fully deciphered. Decline. The decline of the Nubian kingdoms was influenced by various factors, including shifts in trade routes, environmental changes, and conflicts with neighboring empires. The rise of the Aksumite Empire in the nearby Ethiopian highlands also had an impact on Nubian power. Islam. With the spread of Islam in the region during the medieval period, Nubia underwent significant cultural and religious transformations. Nubians gradually adopted Arabic as their language and converted to Islam. Modern Nubian identity. Despite the changes brought about by historical events, Nubian identity persists among people living in the region today. Many Nubians maintain a strong cultural connection to their historical heritage, and efforts have been made to preserve their language, traditions, and historical sites. Overall, the Nubians played an important role in the history of the Nile Valley and contributed to the cultural and historical tapestry of the region.